everyone, and welcome to my very first Halloween tutorial. Now, I love Halloween. It is my jam. And in the past, I was into cutesy costumes like Marie Antoinette. What else was I? A bunch of little cutesy things, your little, skirt and whatever. But now I am into gore. And all I think about is how much blood I can put on myself and how disgusting I can look, and it's my thing now. I really like it. I am going to scar my future children every Halloween, I'm sure. Anyway, this is my plague victim zombie. A couple of years ago I went to Scotland, and they've got so much interesting history about the Black Plague. And if you know anything about the plague, you usually had like these bulbous things like pus, and they were black, and they would form on like your lymph nodes, so in your armpits, on your neck. So this is my probably what did me in. Cute. And then you know what, I died and wanted to take everyone else with me, and that is kind of what happened with the plague anyway. So not to give you a history lesson, not that that was history at all, that was pretty pathetic, but this is my zombie plague victim. So if you'd like to find out how to be this disgusting at Halloween, just keep on watching. So the first thing you're going to do is find the lightest concealer in your collection. For me, it's my Makeup Forever Matte Velvet, and put that all over, blend it out. And now I'm mixing a white face paint and my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. I'm just going to do my under eyes, blend that out, just so they look a little bit lighter than normal, and set everything with a powder. So this is the Laura Mercier translucent powder. Now for the brows. So make them a little bit messier and darker than you normally would. I'm using the Anastasia Dip Brow, and I'm certainly not paying attention to, making them look sharp or defined. They're just looking thick and dark because you're dead. You don't care. And just do the same thing with the other brow. So now for your wounds, what you're going to need is toilet paper, a makeup sponge, and liquid latex. So choose where you want it. Now obviously, since I'm dead from the plague, I need something on a lymph node, so I'm going for my neck because you probably wouldn't see my armpit, not as cute. And what you do is you just put liquid latex on the skin, put some toilet paper on top, and more liquid latex on top of that. That is a tongue twister. So I've decided to put one on my forehead too, so you can kind of see this one a little bit easier. So we're going liquid latex, toilet paper, more liquid latex. I ended up using my fingers in the end just because it was easier to get the liquid latex in all the nooks and crannies of the toilet paper. And I chose one on my face too, so same thing, liquid latex, toilet paper. Make sure you get that liquid latex all around the edges of it so it kind of blends into your skin just a little bit more than it would if it was, just toilet paper touching your face. And I decided this one needs to be a little bit bigger because it's the main wound on myself. This is the one that killed me, so it better be good. So add as much as you want, and we're good. So now it's time for the eyes. We're going to use the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. Just put that all over. Now for the actual eyeshadow, I wanted to choose a cool toned eyeshadow palette. So I chose the Naked Basics 2 palette. So I'm going to start with Cover and put that all over my eyes. Kind of in a messy blending. You're not really making it look that pretty. Then with the second darkest shadow of that palette, Primal, go back and do the same thing. But what I'm doing differently is I'm bringing that all the way over to the inside of the eye and base, edge of the nose. This makes your eyes look a little bit more sunken in, so you look dead. So keep blending that in. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's Halloween. You're dead anyway. It's no big deal. But you want to make yourself look sunken in. That's the key. So now choosing a black eyeshadow. This is a Stila Black. I'm going to just start building the eyeshadow on the outer corners of the eyes. This just adds definition to the eye. It kind of counteracts that inner shadow we kind of cast on our nose because I didn't want to look ugly. So once that's done, you're going to still put some on the inner nose just to really emphasize the fact that bitch has been dead for a while, okay? So now take a pencil brush in both Primal and Cover and just start blending out that lower lash line. Now this is matte coppering, and I felt like it would make myself look a little bit more bloodshot, so I'm just going to blend that on top. Bloodshot? Yeah, a little bit. I put it right up onto the waterline too, just to make yourself look really bloodshot. Now take any sort of black liquid liner, this is the Kat Von D Trooper, and start creating veins and cracks. I chose under my eyes. I think I did my forehead. You could put these wherever you want to, just kind of go with it. I didn't really map this out or think about it at first, which may have been a mistake, but that's okay. So forehead cracks. I probably would put some on the chin, hindsight's 2020, but do whatever you want to. So now taking a pencil brush and going back into primal and cover, you're just going to start blending out those lines so they don't look so harsh. So blend them all out. We're going to do a couple more things to these lines. So we're going to take the Anastasia Renaissance palette in red ochre and go over top of those two. I felt like it made it look more bruised and slightly rotten to have the mix of the brown and the red. So this is an eyeliner brush, but I felt like it worked really, really good to get some precise eyeshadow on those veins. So keep doing that. Looks good. And now cover up your wounds. So I'm using the same foundation as my skin, the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet, and my finger so I can get in between all those nooks and crannies again, because using just a beauty blender probably won't do the trick at first. So use your finger, pack it on there. To be honest with you, I probably should have blended out my forehead a little bit better looking back at the footage, but hey, what's a girl gonna do? So take a makeup sponge and just start blending that out. This is the Real Techniques one. I think this is actually really awesome. It's pretty much almost the beauty blender. Now, taking some tweezers, and this is not the most fun thing in the world, as you can tell from my face, you're gonna rip open your wound. And yeah, that's glue stuck to your skin, so if you have baby hairs, it hurts. So rip that open and then use your beauty sponge to start blending the foundation into the wound, because obviously the toilet paper underneath there is white and you don't want that showing. So blend yourself all up. And I chose to blend over my veins as well, just because I felt it made them look a little bit more realistic and under the skin. All right, looking dead. Now to really make yourself look dead. So this is the Anastasia contour kit. And you're just go ham on your face. And then taking the Naked Basics 2 palette, why not? Those same colors we've used for most of our makeup, just go in on it. I mean, you want these to look as hollowed out as possible. Now, I have a bit of a round face, which is unfortunate for me, so I don't have those kind of cheekbones, but if you do, you're gonna look real dead. So now I'm mixing my foundation and my white face paint again. I'm gonna go over my lips. I want these to look cracked and chapped and dead AF. I've also chosen to put a little bit more of this blend of foundation and white face paint on my veins too, just to make them look more under the skin and more sunken in. So now again, taking my two favorite shadows of the tutorial, Cover and Primal, I'm just gonna go on the center of the lips. It makes it look like I'm real dead, more definition, and then again with black, I'm gonna go over that. I think it looks super, super creepy. All right, so now a little bit more glam again. I'm just gonna curl my eyelashes and put some eyelashes on off camera, because I can't do that on film. It would be disastrous. And for the fun part, blood. Now this blood actually is like super cheap. I think I got this at Walmart, to be honest. I like it though because it's goopy. It almost has a jam consistency, so it's really, really good for filling wounds. So you're just gonna get your finger all up in there and fill your wounds with this fake blood. You can do whatever you want to. It doesn't have to be this blood, but if it's too runny, it's not going to sit in the wound. So try to find something a little bit thicker. I like this one too because it's a little darker, so it sort of looks like it's been there for a while. And you know what? I decided that I just ate someone, so I might as well have some blood on my lips too, because I'm hungry. So now this is zombie blood, and this is really good because it's pretty much black. And if your blood falls on you because it's still a little drippy, just go with it. I mean, you want her to be as bloody as possible because she eats people. So I'm just going to fill my wound a little bit with that black to make it look like it's been rotting for a while. Now I also like to use the blood to sort of cover up the fact that my wound isn't totally flush against my skin. And again, I really wish I did this on my forehead, but I didn't, so what are you gonna do? So again, I'm just going to put some black there. You can see that just makes it look so much more rotten. I highly recommend getting the black zombie blood. And then again on my lips, because I've been eating for a while, so some of my victims are rotten. Now this blood I thought was a spray blood, so joke's on me because it wasn't. It would have been pretty cool to spray blood on my face, but oh well. It's just a bright red blood. So you know what? Do what you want to do. I kind of wish I had put more blood on because the more blood the better, but there you go. Happy Halloween!